Hi girls and guys, well today we've got a BMW instrument panel, cluster, combi, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I picked this up on eBay, about 40 quid, really immaculate condition. Not sure of the mileage as of yet, but yeah, we're going to have a go at changing the LEDs to different colours. This is out an F series BMWs. May span across other models, I'm not sure, but anyone who knows anything about BMWs, well, F series, the clocks, they're just all red and don't look very nice. Not much way of changing it inside the car. So yeah, we're going to have a go at changing them and have a go at resetting the mileage. Don't look like it's been to bits at all. I've already peeled the sticker off just now. I should have got it on camera, but I didn't. But yeah, it looks like just four bolts and then a load of plastic clips around the sides. So yeah, we'll have a blast at it, see what the crack is. I mean, if anyone wants the model number, let me zoom in for you. Oh, yeah, there you go. I'm not sure if that helps or not. 25th of the 3rd, 2015, these clocks are. Yeah, let's have a blast. Let's see if we can get in it first, which shouldn't be a problem. So we've got four screws to take out. I'll whip these out. But yeah, it looks in really good condition. I'm wondering whether the car's had a smash or something and they've parted the bits out or what. But yeah, it looks immaculate condition. If ever you do buy a set of clocks because yours are damaged, never plug it into your car. Not if it's got higher mileage on the clocks than it has your car, because I think the CAS, if this has got 0 mileage on it and the CAS has got whatever your car's got on it, I think the CAS writes the mileage back to the clocks. But if this set of clocks have got 150,000 mile on and your CAS has only got 90,000 mile on, I think the clocks write back to the CAS. So be really careful with that. I think this is why there's a lot of people out there that virginise them, just reset the mileage on them. But don't hold me to it, I've never ever tried it. That's what I hear online and that. Right, that's the two on the front. The back ones are just clipped back in again. Watch the front ones pop back again. Some on the side as well. Just there. Almost there. One little one there. Right, there we go. We can get rid of the cover. So I'll put the cover out of the way so I don't break it. Right, another thing you've got to be careful of with these clocks is this is like plastic, this is there, all this outside, but actually where the clocks are, I think if you touch that dial you mark them dead easy. So really stay away from touching that, you know what I mean. At some point we're going to have to get these needles off So I'm thinking make a little tool to try and get them off without marking the clocks, because it's a bit shame to ruin this. It really would. And it's immaculate. Right. How do we get that off there then? Oh, I see. So there's two clips inside there. Yeah, so there's like a little tab inside that you just pry. You just force it back and it comes up. Is there another one? No? Oh, there we go. Right, 2 boards, top and bottom. I think this is the one we're after for the mileage. There's a chip on there, but little, looks like a little pick chip or something. In fact, we could probably start with that first, can't we? So it looks like there's a couple of prongs. Is there any screws or anything holding it? No, that's 3. Come on, there we go. 3, 4, 5, 6 prongs. Oh, don't fall back in. Back one's got it again. There we go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark it just so I know that it's gone in the right way. So put a mark there and mark on the top corner of the chip. That'll probably be the best thing to do. Right, I've got to lift that off now. I need to watch this connector here because it's plastic. Just trying to stay away from that connector. And there we go. Nice and easy that. So there's a chip off. Right, I have got the reader R270 Plus. It's the CAS4 and the BDM programmer, which is here, and you get this little board with it where your chip goes on. Yeah, not a lot to it. You just have to be careful with the connector. And there's no locating lug on the top. See how this has got a cutout there, but you can manage to plug it in. So you can plug it in like that, but if you look, I don't know if you can see, let me try and zoom down a bit. But if you look, see I've missed 2 pins on this end. See it there? Yeah, you can get it wrong. Yeah, and I mean it's all plugged in. Yeah, so you can get it wrong. See, and you can get it wrong the other way as well. So you've missed 2 there as well. So yeah, you've got to be so careful with that. Get it lined up exactly, and away you go in. Right guys, this has been a bit of a pain, this software and this programmer. I've tried it on 2 different Windows boxes now and failed miserably trying to get it to work. Problems with the drivers or something like that. Ending up now on my laptop with it and managed to get it to work. So it does work. You have to faff about a little bit and then trying to understand how it works and what you need to select and all the rest of it is crazy. I mean, there's no instructions telling you how to or anything, so this is all guesswork, so don't take my word for whatever I'm going to tell you right now. I'm just guessing myself, but we'll give it a blast anyway. So I've got the program loaded up on my laptop. I'll pop it up on the screen now so you can follow along. But basically the MCU, you have to select this 160D 35160. I've been having problems because normally it defaults to this AM, whatever that is, so I ticked the 4M and managed to get it working, but like I say, it's a bit hit and miss. So if I click read now, it all goes through the old flickery doodahs, starting to read, verifies the data, and yeah, then it asks you to save it out. I'd save as many as you can while you faff it about and playing with it. I've got quite a few now, so I know where I am. Now these 2 lines here, the 00 and the 10, that's all the mileage. So that's where your mileage is stored. But because these clocks aren't mine and they've come from a different car, I was struggling. I was thinking, well, where's the VIN number? How do you change the VIN number? So I was looking through thinking, there's lots of numbers and stuff here. Which could possibly be the VIN number? Well, I looked online and I found quite a few bits of information online saying that your VIN number is at this bytes and sector or whatever, but it just didn't tally up with mine, with this 160D chip. So I've been digging about and having a mess about, and the VIN number for this chip is stored here. Now there's two places that the VIN number is stored on this chip. That line there, which is 70, and then the 80 line, that's the long VIN number. And then if you scroll down, you'll see there, this bit here is the short VIN number. So that's stored on line 590. Now I couldn't find this anywhere on the internet about where it was. Others were showing you it at a different address. So basically, if you want to delete the VIN number off here, you'd go to here and you'd double click and then capital FF, and now you see that the letters disappeared. So you do that for all the VIN number there, and the same with the short VIN number further down, and then obviously write it back to your chip. If I go to load binary, I've got one here that I've made, look, blank VIN number dot bin, which is there, look. So I've F'd it all out. Well, FF is just 0, it's just nothing. And then the same with this. That's if I can find it now. I think it's somewhere. Oh, I don't know. I've lost it. Anyway, I've deleted that as well. So if we go to write, this should write back with not an issue. Starting to read. That verifies the data. Now it should write, yeah, starting to write. Verifying. Write successfully. Yes. So if I reread it now, that should be everything exactly the same, bar no VIN number in there. So let's have a look, see what it says. Verifying the data. It's asking me to save it again. I'm not going to bother. So yes, there you go. So all F's along there where that long VIN number was, and the other one will be done. So that's the VIN number sorted. Right, now let's get on to the mileage. So mileage, you go down to here. This M350801600D option. Make sure it's highlighted there. And then the mileage is 110,458. So if I change the mileage from 11,0458 and leave it at 0, because I want to make it 0 miles. Yes, I checked. Let's rewrite it back. Now if you notice up here, look, all the numbers, they should all change when this, if this works, them two first lines, because that's where the mileage is kept. So let's see. Right, it should write it now. Does some weird beeping and whatever it's doing here. Right, you notice at the top now, look, all zeros on line 0, 0 and 10. So that looks like the mileage has been deleted. Right, successful. Right, so it's showing 0 kilometers. Yeah, just another thing, guys, is if you put in exact mileage in, you need to convert it to kilometers and enter that in. So, and I think it's not accurate. It's a couple of mile or 10 mile or 20 mile out when it writes it back. It's never accurate, I don't think. Right, let's reread it and let's see if everything's reading okay. Yeah, it's looking good so far. Right, I'm going to save that. 0 miles, 0 VIN, just so I know. Okay, Save the bin, and there you go, all done. Lovely. So now we can shut it down, take the chip out, put the chip back on the board. What I will do is I'll flash up a picture of the addresses or the bytes or whatever you want to call it, what line the VIN number's on for this chip for the F series. So if anyone's struggling or having problems, they can give it a whirl how I've tried it. But like I say, under no circumstances take my word for any of this. I'm just guessing and just playing about myself, so it's hit and miss whether I'm getting this right or wrong. I mean, maybe someone could comment and let me know. I'm totally going into this blind myself. So yeah, but looks all good, so let's carry on. And we'll try and get this chip back on. I knew that was going to happen. Shaky hands. Well, at least I've managed not to melt the socket. I suppose that's one plus. I mean, I could have took the solder off and re-soldered some leaded solder back on it and that, but I'm not going to mess about. I will just give them a bit of a the old touch over. So that's the VIN and the mileage done. I wonder if you can actually change this, just swap this board out for your original, if you do have an original set of clocks but there's something else wrong with it. I wonder if you could just swap this board. Right, I've just put the board back in. I've just got a few of these cables with little connectors on the end, just to get power to the clocks. So I've just connected them in here on the socket, negative and positive. I'll flash a diagram, or that side, just so you can see where you need to connect up to. I'm just going to apply 12 volt to it now on the bench power supply, and we should get a bit of life. So there's a 12 volt to it. I can see a red light blinking there, trying not to get them in the touchy mode. Right, now obviously nothing's going to come up, but if you press the button here it will display, and there you go, look, 0 miles. Just zoom in for you, and there you go, 0 miles on the clock. So the chip all works, the flash works. Why it's changed to white now, I'll never know. Does it do anything when you hold it down? No. So yeah, that's all good. Right, disconnect the power. And we can pop them cables back out now. Don't need to power it up anymore, but yeah, just use them lot. Just cut the ends off. So yeah, quite easy. Right guys, I've just got a Jubilee clip, bent it like that, look, and then just cut the bottom out of it. Don't know whether you'll see. Yeah, it's a bit. But if we slide that, let's zoom in for you. So if you slide that in underneath that, I've already had that one off just to test it, but try the other one. This one hasn't been off, so slide it under, hold the clocks down and pull. There you go. Then it springs onto the floor. Yeah, that works quite well. And I've not managed to scrape. Is it going to focus? I've not managed to mark it either. I mean, that looks pretty. Yeah, not a mark on there, which is good. So that's the needles off. Let's flip her over. So there's a few clips and some screws. So bear with me 1 minute. Let me. No, I always get the wrong one. There we go. That's it. I'm guessing you need to remove it. Well, obviously you do. So there's one. There's two. And three. There you go. There's three. We need to pop that up. Pop that one up. Just ease that ribbon cable off. Yeah, same with that one. Been a bit of a that one don't want to come out, does it? There we go, got it. Right, plastic prongs everywhere. Just be careful you don't snap these, because they're probably dead easy to snap. We'll give it a go. So there's one, there's one, there's one, one on the end there. So keep that lifted. One there. Anywhere else? No. And there we go. That's the board we need. So we'll put that to one side. Alright, let me zoom down for you. Quite a bit awkward to get it all in shot here. But yeah, these are the LEDs we're going to be changing. So you've got 3 round that, 2 there, 3 round that one, 2 there. I think that's pretty much it. I think all the other LEDs are for lights and indicators and what have you. Now guys, removing these LEDs is probably going to be your next obstacle. You could probably get away with just breaking them off if you was careful. I don't know whether you'd rip a pad or anything. I don't know if it's worth even chancing that. But, and hot air, I wouldn't use hot air on these. For the simple fact is that you've these plastic collars on the speedo and the needle shafts, they're like plastic. So I definitely wouldn't use hot air on here. You're going to destroy them taking them off. Probably could have done with some tweezers, you know, some soldering tweezers or something. Best thing is just heat one side up and just wobble your soldering iron just to lift them up, just to lift one side up, and then once you've got one side you can go around the whole lot and just lift the other, just drag the other side off. Right guys, I've managed to find me LEDs. Took a bit of finding, but yeah, found them in the end. These I ordered quite a while ago from crazyleds.co.uk. Not, like I say, not sponsored, but but yeah. So I've got white, I've got green, and I've got blue. And then these are the 0805 size ones, green and blue there. But we don't need them, we just want the PLCC2s, the 3528s. And I'm going for green and white. Leave the blue out of it, they didn't do nothing to you. Right, so white, we need 6 white. So let's pop these out. 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 white. Pop them back in, we'll save them. I might need them another time for something else. But yeah, they're quite cheap to buy these. And the green. Need 4 green. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, 4 green. Pop them back in. Right, let's get the old soldering iron powered up. Get some heat in that. Dun, dun, dun. Just be careful which way you solder these. They obviously have to be the right way. Tiny little things. Tiny, tiny. Right, I'm going to fast forward through this for you, but save you sat there. Alright, get a bit of IPA on that just to give that a good clean. Lovely. Spot on. Lovely. Back together. Done. All the needles look right. I can't see no marks on them clock faces. So yeah guys, 0 miles, no VIN, so it's all ready to be coded into another car. You're going to need to be programming this back to the car, I think. I don't think you can just plug it in and away you go. So just bearing that in mind if you do it yourself. I think you can use Etsy or something like that. There is a few programs out there that does it, I think. But yeah, not too bad. I might plug it up and give it a try, see what the LEDs look like and that, and away you go. Right, that's another one done and dusted. Well, I hope this helps someone, because I struggled like hell to figure out with a programmer and what you need to be doing and stuff. So I just hope that's helped someone that's struggling out there. Same with the LEDs. Changing the LEDs, it isn't a hard task, and I think with minimal kit you could do it yourself. Cheap soldering iron and yeah, away you go. I mean, it's quite capable of anyone really managing this. But yeah, I hope it's shown you a little bit of what you can and can't do and help you out. Well, I'll see you on the next one, guys.